So we're going to continue with graphing what we call linear equations. The ones we're going to focus on now are called proportional relationships. So section 7 is all about proportional relationships. And there we go. All right, so we're just going to start off with a quick example. A video game store has a frequent shopper program, and you earn 4 points for every video game you buy. Draw a graph to model this situation. So on a graph, we should always title it. So this, I would title frequent shopper rewards. Right? Our x-axis is going to be video games bought, right? It doesn't like when I push down too hard on my writing tablet. And our y-axis is going to be points earned. Now we know that for every 4 points earned, or for every game we get 4 points. So I'm just going to make, instead of making my y's count by 1, I'm going to count them by 4 because every video game we earn 4 points. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and then 40, 44, 48, and then we would have 52, and 56. We'll stop there. And then across my x-axis, that's for each video game. So I'm going to do x by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, to graph, when I buy one video game, I earn 4 points, right? When I buy 2, or when I buy my second video game, I add another 4. So 2, I would get 8 points. And then when I buy my third one, I get another 4 points. So I can go up 4 and over 1. And I can keep going over that pattern because for each game I purchase, I have that constant of proportionality of 4, which constant of proportionality is our slope. It's basically what it is. And so for each of these, and if I bought 0 games, then I earned 0 points. For each of these, we go up 4 and write 1. I know that when it looks like it, we're going up 1 box, but really that 1 box going up is 4. So we're going up 4 and over 1. So we have now graphed a model of this situation. We're not going to draw a line in it, and the reason for is this is what we would call a discrete graph. It is discrete because I can't earn any points between. So and I can't buy like 1.5 video games, right? That you can't buy half a game. And so because we can't buy half a game and we can't do like partial down on my x values, then each of our points is an individual piece. Whereas if we had a line, it would mean that anything in between also counts as part of our function. But in this case, the in between doesn't count. So that's why it's a discrete function. All right, there's a second part to this question, and it says, you need 48 points for a free game. How many video games do you need to buy to have enough points for a free game? Well, to figure that out, points is the y-axis, and so we're going to go to where 48 is on the y-axis. So here's where 48 is on the y-axis. I'm going to go over to my point, right? So here's that point. We've kind of practiced this before. I'm looking for the other half of this point. I'm looking for my x value. So my x value, when I have 48 points, that means I have to buy 12 games. So we need to buy 12 games in order to earn one free game. And again, it's just when they ask you questions like that, you just go to whatever they give you, whether it's your x-axis or your y-axis. And then you go to your function. In this case, it was the point on our function. It could be that you do have a line. And so we would just go and we figure out what's the other. So if they give us x, we go to our line or our point and we see what our y value is. If they give us y, we go to our line or our point and we see what our x value is. All right, so let's talk a little bit about proportional relationships. Proportional relationships can be shown in three ways or represented in three ways. We can have a table, a graph, of which we just did, or an equation. And we'll talk more about equations later in one of the next coming up sections. We've already done a graph, and we can have two types of graphs. We can have a discrete graph, or we could have a continuous graph. So the one that's pictured here is a continuous graph. The one that we just worked on was a discrete graph. Now, all three of these represent where y is twice x, right? So the equation, obviously, y equals 2x. That's what twice x means. When I look at my graph here, we're going up 2 and over 1. So for every 1x, we go up 2y, right? So we have that. Maybe it'll let me draw. We go up 2 and over 1, right? And so that is the same as y equals 2x, because we're doing the fact that, let's see, if we do it for this point, 2 equals 1 times 2, 2 times 1, however you want to write it, but 2 equals 2, because that's our constant, times 1. What we call this, otherwise known as slope, right, because between here, each of our changes is 2, and each of our changes is 1, and we've already talked about slope, and so we know that our rate of change, or our constant rate of change for this, is 2 over 1, which equals 2. So when we talk about proportional relationships, we call that a constant of proportionality. But really, we already know this as slope. But you're going to see that written both ways. Constant of proportionality or slope. In our equation, our constant of proportionality is our coefficient with x. So coefficient being something that works with our variable. And so we're going to be talking about constant of proportionalities as we work through our next set of video, or our next video, where we're going to do a little bit more graphing given different information. So until then, I'll see you on the other side.